Hello, dear friends. My name is Ebru Adıgüzel. I am the Senior Specialist for Nuclear Materials Control and Accounting.
I am Mehmet Chagri Chainer, leading reactor operator.
I am Ahmet Yasin Owner, Senior Specialist of the Commercial Dispatchers Group.
And Mehmet Türütoğlu, Leading Specialist for Physical Calculations.
And we all together are engineers of the AKKUYU Nuclear Power Plant.
Welcome to the AKKUYU Nuclear Power Plant site, one of the largest nuclear construction sites in the world. We will tell you about how Turkey's nuclear dream is coming true.
AKKUYU NPP is not just a construction site. The main equipment has already been installed at the first power unit of the plant. It means that soon upon the necessary control operations, the first power unit will be commissioned and start generating electric power, in compliance with the high safety standards.
We are now at one of the highest points of AKKUYU NPP. From here you can overlook almost all the NPP buildings and structures, except of those located under the ground. For example, process tunnels and water drains.
Just imagine, every day 34,000 people work at the site. It can be considered a small city, where there is accommodation, canteens, medical centers, roads, everything for organizing the work of such a large team.
The NPP is about 10 square kilometers in total. It is slightly bigger than the area of the Beyoğlu district in Istanbul. From here, you can see how compactly the power units and other facilities of the plant are located. Each building has its important purpose for the NPP operation.
We will tell you about these buildings today. Of course, not all at once, since there are in total 560 buildings and constructions at AKKUYU NPP. Me and my colleagues will show you only some of them.
We shall go to the highest points of the AKKUYU NPP buildings and structures in order to show you the most interesting details. You will be able to see what's inside. We'll tell you about high technologies from the highest points. But first of all, we will turn it over for a welcome speech to AKKUYU Nuclear JSC Chief Executive Officer, esteemed Mr. Sergey Butkik.
Dear friends and viewers, thank you for the interest in the AKKUYU NPP project and nuclear technologies. Today, my colleagues, experienced Turkish engineers, will tell and show you the most interesting things about our project. We have commenced the full-scale commissioning at the first power unit. It is an important event for the nuclear industry of the Republic of Turkey. AKKUYU NPP shall soon begin to generate electric power. It shall be received by thousands of homes, schools, hospitals, industrial enterprises of Turkey. It shall provide electricity to 15 million people. The project team works hard day and night to draw close the fulfillment of the dream of the Republic of Turkey about a modern, powerful, and reliable NPP. Now, we have more than 34,000 people working, out of which 28,000 are citizens of Turkey. Hundreds of young Turkish engineers shall directly participate in the NPP operation. They have unique knowledge. They can apply the fundamental education in the best higher educational institutions and training centers. Experience they received at the nuclear power plants in operation, both at the AKKUYU NPP and at the other projects of the nuclear industry of Turkey. Dear friends, have a look at the AKKUYU NPP. In nuclear power, everything is always at the highest level. High requirements, high technologies, high results. The big dreams come true here. Onwards to new summits.
We are at the height of about 26 meters above sea level. How high is that? Let's assume you climbed the Kiz Kulesi Tower in Istanbul. The central hall of the reactor compartment is located at this height at the NPP Power Unit 1. From here, the path of nuclear energy to light in the households, schools, hospitals, and at the factories of Turkey shall begin. Interested? Let's go and have a closer look. The most important plant equipment is located here in the reactor compartment. The nuclear reactor, inside which the nuclear fuel shall be loaded, is here. Chain nuclear reaction shall take place in the reactor with the release of a large amount of heat energy. The energy will heat the coolant. Water shall circulate inside the closed and leak-tight primary circuit. The heated water from the reactor under large pressure shall enter the steam generators and transfer heat to the secondary circuit water. Heated secondary circuit water will be converting into steam and conveyed over steam lines to the turbine. The spent fuel pool is located 18 meters deep, very close to the reactor cavity. Here the spent nuclear fuel will be stored. Fuel assemblies will be stored here for several years. Thereafter they will be transported in special containers to a special storage located here at the Akkuyu NPP site. It is important to note that during these operations, NPP personnel shall not be present here. All loading and unloading operations of fuel shall be performed by the operator remotely using this robotic manipulator. Thank you for your attention. I turn over to my colleague, who is waiting for you at the next height. I'll be seeing you later.
I have not yet climbed as high as my colleagues. Right now, I am at the height of a 4-storied house. Here, a unique facility of offshore and onshore hydraulic engineering structures is being constructed for AKKUYU NPP. Considering labor costs and technology, its construction may be compared with the construction of a small hydroelectric power station. It consists of a protection dike, water intake, pump stations, water drains, and even special fish protection structure. Altogether is a real engineering marvel, and it is very important that the idea appeared following the cooperation of the Turkish and Russian engineers. They have designed and built all these together. The zero elevation of the AKKUYU NPP main buildings is located at the height of 10.5 meters above sea level. Height of the dike at which I am now is 12.5 meters above sea level. Why such a high dike is required? Let me explain. This is just one of the many protection barriers of the nuclear power plant. AKKUYU NPP is completely protected against impact of floods, rainfalls, and even tsunami. Pump stations are structures designed for supply of seawater to the main process shops of the nuclear power plant. Each of the 4 power units has one such station. Before the start of the station construction, the sea area was backfilled. Further, temporary retaining walls were built around each pump station for the construction period. The pump station foundation lies at a depth of almost 20 meters and contains more than 30,000 cubic meters of concrete. The station has 4 pumps with a total capacity of 258,000 cubic meters per hour. Each water intake inlet will be fitted with a fish protection structure. It is kind of a bubble screen which does not allow the marine flora and fauna to enter the pumps and furnishes oxygen to water. In short, there is no need to worry about the safety of fish and other marine organisms. Thank you for your attention.
I am in the turbine hall of the first power unit, at the elevation of 18 meters above the ground level. The AKKUYU NPP turbine plant, which converts heat energy into electricity, is located here. Here the turbine will rotate with the speed of 1,500 rotations per minute under the impact of the steam. All the main equipment of the turbine plant, such as the turbine rotors, stator and rotor of the turbo generator, deaerator, condenser, have already been installed here. Bridge crane with load lifting capacity of 350 tons is in operation. We use it to displace and install equipment. You can see it operating right now. Would you like to climb higher? Come and join me. The specialists have already assembled the turbine shaft by connecting together all the components of the turbine plant. The turbine rotors are covered with special enclosures. Recently, the engineers performed an important operation. They installed the turbine plant on the barring gear. Turbine shaft have already been started and began slow-speed rotation. When the workers complete installation of all the pipelines and auxiliary systems, the full-scale test operations shall begin here. And now I'm turning over to my colleague Shagri, who is in the training center.
We are on the third floor of the first training center in Turkey of that kind. Here in this modern building, the future NPP operators, before commencing work, undergo advanced training and in-depth training on special simulators. Apart from the simulators and classrooms, the mock-up models of different NPP systems and components are located in different rooms of the center. For example, here you can see how the AKKUYU NPP fuel assemblies, or even all the 4 power units as if the construction would have been completed. Yes, AKKUYU nuclear plant will be an industrial facility, but also an architectural masterpiece. The center itself is at a height of about 100 meters above sea level. This simulator can represent all the operation scenarios of a power unit, allowing our engineers to undergo practical training in conditions most closely resembling the real operation. Analytical simulator is exactly the same as the software and hardware suite designed for requalification and sustainment of the NPP main control room personnel. Here, the full-scale mathematical model of the power unit is used. In other words, the operators rehearse the actions in any potential NPP operation scenarios. The main difference of the analytical simulator from the full-scale simulator is that the consoles and panels are displayed on the sensor monitors. The training has already begun, and our colleagues actively prepare for the start of operation on the NPP. By the way, I too had undergone training here, and then honed the skills on the full-scale simulator. Me and my colleagues are expected to pass the exams and get license from the Turkish Nuclear Regulatory Authority in order to become a full-fledged NPP operator. Wish us good luck. Dear friends, we are at a height once again.
Thank you for following us today. Of course, we could not tell about everything, since the scale of the project is difficult to describe in words. It is huge.
AKKUYU NPP is the entire world. High technologies, thousands of people, create a reliable foundation of sustainable, environmentally clean, and reliable power generation.
Keep track of the AKKUYU NPP project development. It is a landmark stone for Türkiye, a very important and needed project. In here, our dreams come true.